If you are pregnant now or you're planning on getting pregnant very soon, come forward. Come forward, come forward. You need to hear everything I'm saying in this video because this video is for you. Pregnancy is a blessing. It's a miracle, but I guarantee you it is more than morning sickness. It is more than fatigue or tiredness. So grab your popcorn, grab your drinks, take a seat, and let's get into this video. Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's Debola here. For those that are just meeting me for the first time, welcome. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for sticking by me. I know many of you will say that you've not seen me in a long while. Yes, I've been away for a good cause. If you can see me, you can look at me very, you know that a lot has changed, and all glory to God. Today, I'm going to be taking you through my first and second trimester pregnancy symptoms, my own experience, and everything I did to just get by and overcome everything. We're going to be talking about the classic symptoms, those ones that are generic to everybody, the ones I felt were unique to me, and the ones that I found weird. So if you've been through all of this, or you're currently in your first trimester or your second trimester, please drop your comments in the comment section. Let me know what symptom actually hit you in the butt, or one symptom that is dealing with you right now. Let me know what you did to overcome it, or if you are still going through it. My heart is with you. Now let's get into the trimester that completely knocked me off my butt. First trimester. First trimester for me started beautifully, from finding out that I was pregnant to confirming it through pregnancy urine test at home, and then having a blood confirmatory test. It started beautifully. I was expectant, I was thankful, but at the same time I was a bit anxious. I would share more in another video. This is just to address my first and second trimester symptoms. So it started beautifully. The anxiety was there. Oh my God, oh, there's a baby inside me. How do I feel? I remember the first night we found out I could barely sleep out of excitement, not out of fear. I was so excited. I didn't know. I was being careful. Immediately, I was already saying, oh, I'll not sleep on my tummy. If only I knew. If only someone told me that enjoy this time now, because. So let's start with the classic symptoms, the one everybody knows about or talks about for first trimester. First up is morning sickness. Whoever named that thing morning sickness, I don't know where they found it, because it's not morning sickness, it's all day sickness. And I say that because when you wake up in the morning, you feel weak, borderline feverish. That was how I was feeling anyway. No headaches. I did not experience headaches at all. I'll tell you at what point I did. No headaches, but I was just weak, really weak, sluggish. It was as if I worked overnight. Like, I would sleep for long hours and still wake up exhausted. And then my head would just be hazy, just groggy feeling. But mine was not accompanied by vomiting. It was just nausea. I was nauseated. I had that feeling all day. So it didn't just end in the morning. It continued till I went to bed at night. So I was feeling nauseated all through the day in my own experience. So it didn't just stop in the morning. And then I noticed that when I go for hours without eating, the nauseous feeling gets aggravated. So I try to immediately, upon waking up, especially in the first trimester, I'm literally waking up to food. God bless my husband, because I couldn't do much. I was 80% in bed all the time. So I would wake up and it's coming with my breakfast tray. I was eating in the room, eating on the bed. So once I do that, it calms down. I take my prenatals, and I sort of feel okay till I start to get hungry just before lunchtime, and then I have to quickly eat, to suppress the nauseous feeling. So I feel good in the process of eating, that time that I'm eating, but after that, maybe a few hours after that, when my tummy has emptied out, it returns. So what I tried to do was to have some snacks around me, like biscuits, crackers, like bland stuff, because I also couldn't tolerate sugar or anything sugary. So I was just eating bland biscuits, crackers, and stuff like that, just to keep my mouth busy and to take the nausea down. The foods that helped me were dry stuff, garri, even water. I had food aversion, so that would take me into my next first trimester symptoms. I had a lot of food aversions, unlike people that would start to have cravings for all sorts. I had more things that I could not eat or tolerate than things I could eat. And the ones I could eat were like weird, because if you look at everything, they were white. So dry bread, dry white bread, if you toast it, make it a bit dry, that's fine. I was drinking garri, taking garri without sugar and groundnuts. Give me boiled yam, don't even add the stew. So I became sensitive to stew or sauce, pepper sauce. I couldn't stomach them. There's a particular place that my husband and I enjoy buying food from. All of a sudden, their stew or sauce started to smell to me. So if you want to fry my eggs, make sure it doesn't burn. White, flat, plain omelets, just bring that to me with either boiled yam or fried yam, white. White rice with like a dot of stew also helps. Then noodles, plain noodles, don't add veggies, nothing, just pepper with either boiled eggs or fried eggs. Greek yogurt that I thought I would tolerate, I couldn't stand it, so I couldn't take yogurt. Then I was taking cereal. I went back to cornflakes. I couldn't stand oats. Pre-pregnancy, I'm an oats champion, but as I got pregnant, I could not. I just could not stand oats. But cornflakes was working for me, so I bought that. I would just pour milk into it and I'm good. So those were the meals that did it for me. Cold milk. Oh my god. If I wake up in the morning, I go to the fridge, I just pour myself like half a glass of milk, very cold. And then I would get like a big cup, almost like a jar, fill it with ice, then pour water into it. At the point I started adding lemon to help with the taste. So I would be sipping it all day instead of just carrying like a big bottle of water. I couldn't do that, but sipping water in bits all day also helped me. So that was how I was able to overcome the nausea and the food aversions bit. The bit I could eat, I ate. So the trick to overcoming nausea is make sure your stomach is not empty. Don't delay eating for too long. Don't get too hungry, because by the time you eat, you might be so hungry and your insides are protesting, you can actually throw up. So don't delay eating. Make sure you have snacks around you. Eat smaller portions. Don't eat meals that are too big at once. You might get irritated and everything will just come back up. Okay. The third thing that I noticed in first trimester, immediately my skin started to change. This one, I find it unique to me and weird, because it's not in first trimester many people or many women experience this. One of the first things I noticed was my neck got dark. If you think it's uniform because I'm wearing makeup, it got black very quickly. And it was weird because I felt this was something that people that have gone far, like 7, 8 months, now have. I had the darkening of my neck almost immediately in my first trimester, as well changes in my breasts. The breast tenderness came, my nipples were no go area, I couldn't touch them, they were so sensitive and painful. But as the weeks went by, the sensitivity went down, the tenderness went down, was a bit more tolerable. And the areola, the dark area, got darker almost immediately. I noticed the difference, and even the skin on the breast itself got dark, and I felt that was strange. In general, in first trimester, I feel like first trimester is that time where you're just trying to keep the baby in, keep the baby in, keep the baby, or get the baby accustomed to your body and your organs, for your organs not to see your baby as a lele, as a threat, to accommodate you. So don't be too harsh on yourself with food. Anything you can eat, even if it's junk, just make sure that it's not too much. There are a lot of people that barely eat or they vomit excessively, people that have what do you call this thing, this excessive form of vomiting, HG, hyperemesis gravidarum, people like that, at times it's so bad they end up in the hospital because they can't eat normally and they have to get, infused to renew their energy. So just don't be too hardworking about your diet. This is not the time. You're just really trying to stay alive. And if at your antenatal, I believe you should start antenatal in your first trimester. Don't do you are not mighty or Mr. Muscle and say you will not go until maybe when you are 20 weeks. You are not doing yourself you are not doing yourself any good. Okay, so in first trimester again, there were some other things that I experienced that I would not necessarily consider them weird, like heightened sense of smell. This one almost caused quanta between me and my husband because I could not stand very strong scents. I couldn't stand perfumes. I couldn't stand air fresheners. It would just irritate me. It would irritate me. So I couldn't cook, even food, the smell of food. And that was, now you see the link between the food I was averse to and the ones I was eating. The ones I was eating, they are white, bland foods that don't really smell. You understand? So any heavy cooking, soups, they quickly irritated my system. Perfume. So what my husband would do is, if he's preparing to go to work in the morning, we'll go to another room to spray his deodorant and then use his perfume in the car when he gets to where he's going, because cannot use that perfume in the house. It was that serious. And there was a time I by myself used my hands to get um what do you call this, diffusers with orange scent, because I felt citrus scent to help me calm down, and it did. But after about 30 minutes in the house, I was the one that went by myself, took nylons, took the cover to seal the diffuser back. I just could not stand it. It was too much. So I had that from first trimester, even up to third trimester. By the third trimester, it had reduced, but it was very strong, very, very strong and prevalent in the first trimester. Then I had a bit of, will I call it mood swing? I think I was just emotional. I was more in tune with my feelings a lot. So I'm watching a movie, any little thing can make me cry, all of that, all of that. But because I was not very mobile, I was on the bed for the better part of the first trimester. What I did a lot of painting. I did a lot of painting to help me get through that phase. And I was listening to a lot of music, good Christian music. So my Bible is the type that has some illustrative art that gives you room to paint and just express yourself in colors. So I did that a lot, and to be honest, I enjoyed it. So if you are looking for something to pass time, to just maintain zen, keep yourself in check, keep your emotions in check and be happy and be calm, because it's very important that you stay calm during your pregnancy, because as your baby grows, the baby can feel it, baby can connect with you emotionally, and it's not good and you're always crying or you're sad or you're angry. So those things, painting helped me, listening to good music helped me with all the mood swings, emotional, the tears were a lot. But I try to, maintain and just engage myself and tell myself that it's not the end of the world. Some things that people experience in first trimester that I did not experience, like bloating or I had constipation for a bit. So I forgot to talk about fruits. That I ate a lot of fruit. Watermelon was my bestie. Like I would buy big slices or even a whole one, cut it into two, dig my spoon into it and just eat. So that helped me go to the toilet. And constipation could get worse as you progress further along in pregnancy if you are on iron supplements, which I was on, or the pressure from the weight of the baby could cause that. So I made sure I was eating fruits every day. I was eating fruits every day. When I started to tolerate vegetable soups like a roll and the like, I started to eat them more. So those things helped me to go to toilet easily without straining, because ideally you should not even strain when you're trying to pull in pregnancy. In all, first trimester for me, tiredness, all day sickness, skin change, breast tenderness, mood swings, food aversions. Yeah, those were the things that I really experienced in my first trimester. With first trimester out of the way, let's get into second trimester. Right, so welcome to the second trimester. That is your weeks 14 to about week 27. Week 28 starts third trimester. Yes, I'm correct. So this is the phase many people call the honeymoon phase, because this is where you glow. For women that get to glow during their pregnancy, because papas, it's not everybody. If you go through social media, you know what I mean. It's not everybody. But if you get to glow during your second trimester, this is where you start to see that glow coming through. This is where you regain your energy. You know, you're no longer as sluggish or as tired as you were in the first trimester. You are able to go back to the activities you had to pause or put on hold in your first trimester. And this was what I experienced. In my second trimester, I became so strong. The sensitivity to smell reduced. So I was able to go back to the kitchen. I started to make my meals, and that gave me so much joy. I didn't realize how much I'd missed my own cooking. So I had days that I would make spaghetti straight for like 3 days. And after the 3 days, maybe I'll not eat it for another 1 month. I was going to the kitchen making my meals, yam and egg, rice. I was happy. I had the energy to do that. Two, I had the energy to start working out at home. Gentle exercises, so gentle exercises, nothing strenuous, but just to keep blood moving in your body, ensure that, because motion is very important in pregnancy. You cannot just be in one spot except that has been advised or recommended by your doctor. Let me point this out if I've not done so in this video. This video and everything I say in it is a recap or summary of my own personal experience and journey. This is by no means medical advice. So if you are experiencing any symptoms similar to anything I'm sharing, or something that I've not even mentioned, please consult your doctor or your healthcare provider to give you the best advice. This is just me sharing from my experience and wanting to hear from other people. I say this because pregnancy is very delicate, it's very sensitive. Anything can happen, good or bad, right? So you and your doctor or your OB, you have to be best friends. You have to always be in touch. You yourself need to be in sync with your body. Let me tell you something that I experienced in pregnancy. And I think it's really God's gift to women during that phase of their lives. Your intuition becomes very sharp, very, very sharp. If you're a sensitive person, you pick up on it. There are many things you start to do that maybe you pre-pregnancy you didn't know them, but you just start to do it because you feel you should do it, or something tells you in your head to do that. And it's God's way of protecting you, protecting your baby, keeping you safe. So what I'm trying to say with all of this is, if you were not working out actively or going to the gym pre-pregnancy, pregnancy is not the time to start it. But that doesn't exclude you or preclude you from working out. So you can start with gentle routines like walking. That's the cheapest form of exercise you can get. I did that a lot. So I would alternate going out to walk with my YouTube workouts at home, where I just do some aerobics for like 30 minutes. And to be honest, those things helped me. Number one, it helped my mind. Number two, it kept me flexible because I was very conscious of that. It was very important that I maintained a very good posture, standing, sitting, walking. So those were the reasons I was working out, and I didn't have any issues. I was cleared to do so by my doctor, and I was fine. So please always be in sync with your doctor, communicate with your doctor before you start anything physical activity during pregnancy. It's in second trimester you get all the feels, you start to actually feel pregnant because your bump now becomes a little bit more obvious. My bump didn't get obvious until I would say about 6 months going into 7 months. So from month one till about month six, I could get away with my husband's t-shirts and baggy jeans. Like anyway, even my face, you could not tell. I was fine, I looked good. Now I'm far along. I'm 33 weeks, so I'm closer to the end than the beginning. Is why you can see all of these changes, and all of this come with the third trimester. But second trimester is the time, you now start to enjoy rubbing your belly. It's also the time when you start to feel the first set of baby kicks. I didn't even know that was it. I just told my doctor, I think the week I had one of my antenatal weeks in second trimester, that I feel like butterfly, like something is doing. He said, yes, that's your baby now. That's your baby moving. So they call it quickening. It's not as strong as kicking, like you would feel towards the end of the second trimester and properly in the third trimester. When the baby is doing you like this, you would feel it and see it. I remember there was an evening that my baby kicked me so hard. I don't even know whether it was kick or it was stretching, because it was slow. So I feel the baby was stretching. The baby stretched me so much. I watched my belly button come out and stay pointed for like a few seconds. I called my husband to come and see it, but babies, I don't know, it's almost like they are smarter than us. The moment you call somebody to watch this stuff, or they freeze. Once the person leaves, they continue what they are doing. So I don't. It was just very beautiful. It was funny. It was interesting to catch that. Unfortunately, I couldn't catch that particular one on camera, but I remember it so clearly. Like it stretched like that, and my belly button came out. It's one of those beautiful things you would get to experience in pregnancy. Make sure you enjoy it. Make sure you make the best of it. Take pictures. Forget that your face is looking funny. Enjoy it. Laugh at yourself. Be happy for the changes that you're witnessing in your body. When I wear clothes size UK 14, right? That has not changed, to be honest. It's just that my midsection has gotten bigger. So I'm not sure. If I got new clothes, I probably got maternity bras, because my normal everyday bras became too tight around the around my side. So I had to get something more elastic and freer. I got pregnancy leggings, and then I got more boo-boos. In my pregnancy, I wasn't so much about being a fashion icon. I wanted to be comfortable, especially in the second trimester, towards the end, like second half of your second trimester, because the baby is now growing rapidly. The heat that emanates from you. I was indoors most of the time. I work remotely, so I didn't really have reasons to be out there, except for Sundays when we go to church, or I'm going out with my husband, or I have to make grocery run or something to visit family. I was always indoors, and just because I also wanted to be the way God created me, I just wanted to be like that. So if you find me outside like that, there'll be a problem. So I was always indoors. I just wanted to be comfortable. So it's why you see me wear a boo. If I'm wearing jeans, it's probably the pregnancy one that has the elastic flap over the belly. And even that one, I stopped wearing it after it, because it was just uncomfortable. Then in second trimester is when you start to experience some pelvic pressure. That also comes because of the growing of the baby. The baby starts to increase in size, and that puts pressure on your pelvic area. So in second trimester, getting out of bed or turning. Now, once you've passed like 20 weeks, you can no longer sleep on your tummy, right? You can't sleep face down. You have to pick a side, either the left or the right, and preferably the left. The left favors better blood circulation and all of that. But you see, when you want to turn in bed, there is this splitting pain in between your legs that I got. I don't know if it is the same for other women that have been pregnant or are currently. Please just share your experience in the comment section, because I want to read. But this was how it felt for me. If I want to turn from one side to the other in bed, I will first think for like 5 minutes, think about my life, that if I don't make this turn, will anything bad happen to me? I don't think so. If I make the turn, probably my left hip has gone stiff, because I've been lying down on it for so long, and it's so painful when it gets stiff. So I'll tell myself, okay, if I turn to the other side, I'll get some relief. Even though I'm just doing that for like 30 seconds, I'm going back to the left. So when it's time to turn, the pain that I is like my body wants to divide into two from my pelvis. So I started to read about it, and they said it's pubis symphysis dysfunction or something, something, something. So my antenatal, after the time I started to feel the pain, I told my doctor that this is what I'm feeling. He said it's normal. I said, what can I do to manage it? Said nothing except you want to take pain relievers, and I'm not so keen on using pain relievers in pregnancy. So I was just managing it and dealing with it. Then I introduced some yoga into my workout routine to just stretch that area, and it sort of helped. There were days that it got really bad, that I now started to, the pendulum walk started. I was waddling from one side to the other because I just couldn't bring my legs together to walk like this. It was easier for me to walk like this. Ah, such a beautiful one. I don't want to glorify the pain or the struggle, but I promise you pregnancy is beautiful. So I've spoken about the nice bits of the second trimester, but then let's talk about the aches and pains. I just finished talking about the pelvic pain pressure. Then you can have round ligament pain. Round ligament pain is the one you feel in front of your pelvis because the baby is getting bigger. Of course, the uterus is expanding, and as it's doing that, it's straining those ligaments. Before pregnancy, the ligaments were probably like this, or maybe like this in length. But now, as the uterus is growing, they begin to get longer, and as that stretching comes with some form of pain and discomfort. So those are some of the things you have to endure in the second trimester of pregnancy. So please be in tune with your body. When something doesn't feel right, please be sensitive towards it. Mention it to your doctor. Ask questions. At times, depending on the hospital you use, some are generous and nice enough to give you or do for you everything you're supposed to go through, all the checks you're supposed to go through in pregnancy. Some don't care that much. Some will only respond to you if you tell them you want this, you want that. So please educate yourself. It's not enough that you are going to the hospital, attending antenatal classes. Read, educate yourself, learn from proper online doctors. I'm not saying you should just be watching random TikTok videos or things that people are sharing, but make sure you're, in addition to your hospital visits, you are also educating yourself so that you are in tune with your body. And if anything is out of place, you can quickly pick it up and report to your doctor if need be. Again, in the second trimester, Braxton Hicks is the type that your stomach will just get hard and stiff for a few minutes and then it will relax. I didn't know that was it. I remember I was a friend that was asking if I've started to experience that, and I said no, because in my head I was expecting some form of pain. So she then said no, that is your uterus practicing contractions for labor. So it will just get tight for a few minutes and then it will relax. And then I realized that okay, I think I've been noticing this at night, especially at night. Nighttime, my stomach gets very hard, like gets very, and I'm wondering what is this baby doing inside of me? Why are you so? And then in the morning I wake up, it's normal, it's fine. Another symptom that I had in second trimester that really dealt with me, I think it would be like the hardest or toughest of my second trimester symptoms, was nasal congestion, almost borderline rhinitis. I just thank God it did not get to that point, because for days my nostrils were blocked. To sleep became a chore. Like it was so difficult. I would sit up, open my mouth because my nostrils were blocked. I couldn't breathe properly. It was so hard. And I was trying my best not to blow my nose too much. There were days that I would blow it and blow it and blow it till I blow it out with streaks of blood. I got a pregnancy friendly nasal spray that helped me a lot. And even before I could get to my doctor, I tried to do the steam inhalation thing where you boil water, put a big towel over your head and just put your head down and inhale it. That gave me some form of relief. And then he put me on medication and decided to get better. But you'll be able to hear it in my speech. And I'm still dealing with it. But hey, what can I do? It's just what it is. So there you have it, guys. My first trimester symptoms and the second trimester symptoms. If you are currently dealing with nausea or some uncomfortable symptom, I promise you it's going to get better. It's not going to last all through. I remember headaches. I only experienced like a short window of headaches, and that was when I was transitioning from the first trimester to the second trimester. So week 13, week 14, that week, I had headaches that, they were mad headaches. And from what I read, they say if you're having headaches, then go and check your blood pressure. I have a monitor at home. I cannot speak English. Sure, I quickly ran, picked the blood pressure monitor, checked it. It's normal. So what is causing the headache? Called my doctor. I'm having headaches. I said it's hormonal changes. You're moving from your first trimester to second trimester. So in your first trimester, the way pregnancy hormones rise, they just soar high. Your progesterone is up, your HCG is up, your estrogen is up. Those are like the three major hormones that support pregnancy. So they just skyrocket from, maybe baseline levels were less than 20, let's just say, but in pregnancy they go as high as hundreds, for HCGs in thousands. So imagine, it's like a root shock to your body. When you're now going into second trimester, they sort of decline and balance out. Then you see that coming down from that kind of high is enough to just, rearrange your system, and then you get a headache. So that is what caused my own headache. If you are having headache persistently beyond what is normal, please do not ignore it. Don't just be swallowing Panadol or Tylenol without end. Please report it to your healthcare provider. It's very important. I'm currently in my third trimester now, and I can tell you that it's a completely different ball game. I'll share all of that in another video. So guys, you have come to the end of this video. If you found the video helpful, please make sure you like the video and you share it with your friends, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Make sure you like the video so that the YouTube algorithm will be able to take it and show more viewers, and this video can reach many more people who would find one or two things helpful from the video. If you have any experience similar to mine or even different from mine, please drop them in the comment section. I'll be happy to read from you, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.